I'm Kathryn Cook, Executive Director, and we're going to chat about overcoming objections. So, overcoming objections, it's something that you're going to come across pretty much from now to the end of time in your business. You're going to find people who object about the products that you sell, or hosting a party, or becoming a consultant. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can overcome those objections. Because the thing to remember is when somebody says no, or they raise some type of objection, that doesn't mean that necessarily their answer is a definite no. It could simply be that they need a little bit more information, or they have some concerns that they need you to address, or they just might simply need a little bit more encouragement from you. So you can help overcome these objections by using a method called the feel, felt, found method. So the feel method is basically acknowledging that you've heard their concern. So for instance, if somebody said to you, I want to host a party, but my house is just too small. Okay, you would be like, oh my gosh, I totally understand how you feel. I have a small apartment myself. And then you would say felt. Okay, so the felt portion of that could be something like this. I felt that way before too when I was inviting people over to my home. And then you want to move into the found section, which would be, actually, what I found is that people made room no matter what. Like they sat on the floor, they crowded in there, they didn't care, they just still had a good old time. So again, it's acknowledging that you heard what they said, empathizing with them, and then offering a solution. So, and you'll come across this, like I said, almost daily in your business. And it's just a matter of recognizing what the objection is and that it's not necessarily a no, like go away, I'm not interested. It's simply that they have these concerns and it's our job to address those. Because if you haven't already, you're going to start facing objections when you're talking to people about booking a party or when you're asking them to join passion parties. So it's just a matter of knowing how to handle it. So I just want to give you like a few other examples. So another example that you might hear, for instance, when asking somebody to host a party at your parties, which of course you're asking every single person in that consultation room, because the answer is always no if you don't ask. So when they say to you something along the lines of, I would host a party, but all of my friends are here, and those would be the people that I would invite to my party. That's when you could say to them, oh my gosh, no, I totally get what you're saying. And here is actually what I have found in the past. Not everyone gets everything that they want at every single party. I have people who attend, 3, 4, 5, 6 parties, and they still don't have everything that they want because we're coming out with new products all the time, or we have monthly specials. So that's actually what I found is that they'll probably come to another party because there's other paychecks between now and then, and they probably did not get everything off their wish list. So we should go ahead and get your party booked. So that's one that you might have fairly frequently in the consultation room. The one actually that I used a little bit ago about my place is too small, or sometimes it's I don't have a place to host a party. Okay, so you've got an example for my place is too small, because people will make room. Trust me, people will sit on people's laps to make room because they want to be at the party. If they say to you that I don't have a place to host a party, then you say something along the lines, oh, I totally get what you're saying. Like my place isn't that big either. And what I did last time I hosted a party, I asked my best friend if she wanted to co-host with me. We split the hostess benefits. We used her place because it was bigger. And of course we got like twice as many people because we both invited our friends. So it was super awesome. Do you have any friends that you think you could ask about this? That somebody you would maybe want to co-host with? Or maybe our hostess tonight would actually even let you use her place. This worked out great too. So that's, again, another very common one that you will get. Another one that you might get as far as asking somebody about the business opportunity. You'll get somebody, that you're going to ask them in the consultation room if they would like to find out more information about becoming a consultant, because you're asking every single person in the consultation room if they would like to know more about being a consultant. Because again, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So somebody might say to you, I would love to be a consultant, but I'm really busy. I have like 2 jobs. And you could simply respond with something like, oh my gosh, I totally understand. I've been there. I actually was a full-time college student and worked full-time when I started passion parties. And what I found is that it was so awesome. Like I could choose to do one party a month, or if my schedule allowed, I could do like 4 parties a month. And what I found after a little bit of time is I was actually able to quit one of those jobs and simply do passion parties to make up that income. So what do you think? Is that something you might be a little bit interested in hearing more about? Another very common objection that you will get for people joining the Passion Parties opportunity is that they can't afford the presentation pack. So another way that you can address that is, oh my gosh, Mary, I totally understand where you're coming from. Back when I was starting, like money was super tight. Like I actually had to use my entire tax return to purchase my presentation kit because I didn't have a credit card or anything I could have put it on. So I get where you're coming from for sure. And what I've learned since is that it's so awesome. Like I actually could have asked my best friend. She told me later that she would have loaned me the money for my presentation kit. Or, my mom would have loaned me the money because she wanted to see me succeed. And I was clearly very excited about this opportunity. Or, other things that I've found, what other consultants have done, they actually will sell things. Like they would have things laying around their house, like, I don't know, Coach purses or stuff like that. And they would all of a sudden be like, oh, okay, well, like I don't really need this purse anymore. And if I sell this purse on Craigslist or whatever, I just made some money. The key to remember is that if women truly want something, they'll find a way to make it happen. We all know that. So the key is just recognizing the fact that you're going to be faced with objections every day in your business, whether again it's about the products, people booking parties, or becoming a consultant themselves. The key is just making sure that you address their concern, so the feel portion, that you empathize with what they're going through, the felt portion, and that you then offer them some type of solution to overcome that objection, the found section. So the feel, felt, found method, that's your absolute best way to get the most parties on your book, the most sales at your parties, and of course, to grow your team. Thanks.